The Proper People is a popular urban exploration YouTube channel created by Brian and Michael, two friends who journey around the globe in search of intriguing abandoned locations. Over the past decade, they've established a reputation for authenticity, consistently sharing genuine footage of their explorations. In a niche of YouTube often plagued by staged encounters and clickbait content, The Proper People have set themselves apart as a dependable and credible voice in the urbex community. Rather than relying on faked eerie encounters, Brian and Michael gained their following by exploring genuinely fascinating sites. In 2016, they uploaded a now iconic video of their nighttime exploration of the Jemison Center, often called Old Bryce Hospital in Northport, Alabama. Operating from 1939 to 1977, the Jemison Center housed psychiatric patients and earned a grim reputation for its poor treatment of residents. Since closing in the late 70s, the building has fallen into disrepair, drawing urban explorers from across the world to see its haunting remains firsthand. Upon arriving, the two explorers found the area deserted, and after circling the grounds, parked and began their exploration in the basement. Decades of abandonment had left the building severely damaged. Entire walls were missing, and many were covered in layers of graffiti. Each step inside brought the risk of structural collapse, but as they moved through the building, another unsettling threat emerged. As they ascended to the top floor, Brian and Michael spotted the silhouette of a figure holding up a light on a staircase across the building.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this staircase out here. Oh,
What?
there's somebody there.
No way.
Yes, I see their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
I hear him.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there. Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Oh yeah.
Strangely, the unknown person mimicked their movements, extinguishing their light as soon as Brian and Michael did. Rewinding the footage reveals a faint light outside the window frame even before they reached the top floor, raising questions about whether this was the same individual watching them. After calling out with no response, they decided it was best to retreat to their car, not willing to risk an encounter with someone who had been quietly lurking. To add an even more chilling element, no other cars were present when they arrived or left, suggesting that this stranger had arrived on foot and may have been there long before Brian and Michael arrived. In 2006, 36-year-old Vincent Filio, a fugitive accused of abusing his stepdaughter, was hiding in the woods near Lugov, South Carolina. In September of that year, he saw 14-year-old Elizabeth Schauf step off a school bus and seize a sinister opportunity. Posing as a police officer, Filio falsely arrested Elizabeth on a fabricated marijuana charge and led her deep into the forest to his hideout. For 10 harrowing days, Elizabeth endured captivity and abuse in an underground bunker beneath Filio's makeshift shelter, a place that quickly became her worst nightmare. Despite the horrors she faced, Elizabeth demonstrated incredible resilience. She devised a plan to earn Filio's trust, knowing that her best chance at escape would require him to lower his guard. In a show of courage and resourcefulness, Elizabeth pretended to have romantic feelings for Filio. This tactic eventually led him to unchain her, even allowing her to play games on his phone. One night, as he slept, Elizabeth seized the moment, using his phone to send a desperate message to her mother. She texted her location, saying she was trapped in a hole near Charm Hill, and warned that there was a bomb, urging her mother to alert the police. Investigators later revealed that Filio intended to lure law enforcement into his hideout, planning to detonate an explosive to kill them. However, his scheme unraveled quickly. Within minutes, the area was swarming with helicopters and officers, and Filiau had no choice but to surrender. Elizabeth was finally freed, and Filiau would spend the rest of his life in prison, where he eventually died in his cell in 2021. In December 2023, a YouTuber known as Big Banks visited the abandoned hideout where these chilling events unfolded. As he stepped inside, he was met with eerie remnants of the past. A little girl's backpack lay on the kitchen floor. Though it couldn't be confirmed whether it belonged to Elizabeth, its presence was unsettling. As he ventured further, he found more disturbing items. A DVD of the horror movie The Strangers, a Halloween decoration, a broken baseball bat, a homemade shank, and other worn objects. The items left behind were haunting reminders of the hideout's history. Some of the toys scattered on the floor could have belonged to Elizabeth, or may have been placed there later by others. Though the home was empty at the time, signs suggested that squatters might have inhabited it in the years since Filiau's capture. The mix of furniture and objects, many clearly newer than 2006, blurred the line between what belonged to Filiau, his family, his victim, and possible trespassers. Fortunately, after her rescue, Elizabeth went on to rebuild her life, and the man responsible for her suffering ultimately paid for his crimes, never to harm another soul. In February 2020, urban explorer Ridham Ryder, along with his exploration partner Zay Clark, ventured into an abandoned house at an undisclosed location. Ridham shared that the house had once belonged to an elderly woman who had passed away. Unlike most abandoned homes, her belongings remained untouched, signaling that the property hadn't yet been disturbed by looters or squatters. The house was filled with beautiful artifacts, from fine tableware and silverware to intricate tapestries and even a fully stocked bar. Calendars found throughout the house suggested it had been unoccupied since August 2018. However, just minutes into their exploration, Ridham and Zay stumbled upon something deeply unsettling.
Worried about something like this happening, and then it did. When we walked in here, we took a few steps in the door, and we saw this on the ground. Now, for those who can't figure that, figure out what that is a body stain. And you can see right there, there's a walker. So, unfortunately, it seems that the woman who had lived here had taken a bad fall, landed on the floor, and that's where she expired, unfortunately. It's extremely sad to us. It took us a good 20 minutes to decide what we're going to do here, and despite it feeling weird, we figured we still need to tell the story because this is a good reminder to everybody that you need to check on your loved ones. It seemed this woman had passed and was laying here for God knows how long before she was found, so check in on your loved ones, guys.
In the hallway, a faded stain on the floor, accompanied by a walker, hinted that the elderly woman may have suffered a fall and was unable to get help. Tragically, it appeared that she had passed away there, her body going undiscovered for some time. Though there were signs that family members had tried to organize her belongings after her death, most of her possessions remained as they were, including her bathroom supplies. The footage from this visit captures a haunting blend of beauty and sorrow. The home itself, filled with memories and cherished items, reflects the personality of a vibrant woman, yet is marked by the sadness of her lonely end. This exploration serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of checking in on loved ones. Since that visit in 2020, Ridham has chosen not to return to that location. It's done for today. Let me know what your most disturbing exploration has been. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care and be scared.